Welcome to the Relearn and React Series, Preparing Your Class. This video will provide you with valuable tips and strategies to help you engage and deliver the lessons. The Relearn and React Series was developed thanks to the generous support of the Ontario Ministry of Education. Let's first explore how you can prepare to use the toolkit activities. Step 1. Review the video and toolkit content more than once. Each toolkit is centered around an educational video. As you prepare to deliver this activity with your students, make sure that you're familiar and comfortable with the material. Step 2. Prepare yourself academically and cognitively by exploring multiple perspectives and resources. You can do this by looking at the additional resources in both the toolkit document and the learning platform. Learn as much as you can about the topic from several sources. Step 3. Know your students. Think about the students in your classroom. What topics engage them? What parts of this learning experience may cause a reaction or controversy? Use the lesson as an invitation to explore their initial beliefs and think through them critically. Above all else, it is important to establish a safe learning environment prior to delivering the lessons. These are important topics, and students may need to build trust with each other and with you to be fully engaged. As a teacher, you can support a safer learning environment by avoiding judgment and bias, setting up ground rules for discussion, demonstrating comfort with the topics and issues, and showing that you genuinely care. Let's discuss in more detail how you can create a safe learning environment in your class. First, examine your own assumptions about your students. Building a safe learning environment starts with you. Which biases do you hold about 2S LGBTQI people and topics? Which biases or assumptions do you hold about your students in general? We all have biases whether we want to or not. Acknowledging our own biases and privileges can serve as a first step in creating a safe space for our students. Learn about your students and help them learn about one another. Get to know your students and the lives they live. Numerous studies have shown that cultural misunderstandings between teachers and students can have a negative impact on a student's educational experience. But research has also shown that teachers who genuinely learn about their students develop a deep awareness for their challenges and needs. Likewise, it's important to foster community building among students so they can also learn about each other and develop strong peer relationships. This creates a safe and trusting environment. Using inclusive language is another strategy for all students to feel a sense of belonging in the classroom. For example, try avoiding the phrase "hi guys" when referring to the class. This is a common gendered term we use unintentionally to mean a group of people. Try "hi everyone" or "hi class" instead. For specific strategies and tips, check out the Affirming and Inclusive Language Guide in the Additional Resources section of this learning platform. Include diverse perspectives in the curriculum by using resources, like these toolkits, that can bring more diversity and inclusion into the learning environment. Make an effort to include diverse authors in the materials, examples, and stories you present in class. As the toolkits show, bringing diversity and inclusion not only in the language you use, but also in the content of your class will help all students feel more welcomed and represented. As mentioned, these topics could create a reaction or debate in your classroom. In order to create a safe space while still having important conversations, establish some ground rules with your class prior to the lesson. One good strategy is to create these rules with your students for more buy-in. Here are some examples of ground rules you can try. Listen with respect without interrupting. Criticize ideas, not individuals. We all can learn something from each other, even if views don't necessarily align. Avoid blame, speculation, and inflammatory language. Allow everyone the chance to speak. Avoid assumptions about any member of the class or generalizations about social groups. Everyone is accountable for their words and their impact. And personal information that comes up in conversation should be kept confidential. Lastly, it's important for students to feel like you care about them. For many students, teachers are sometimes the only caring adult they see. beyond the classroom, your support can save lives. By implementing the strategies mentioned in this video, you can create a safe and inclusive learning environment for your students.